You are now watching Fourth and Inches.
I don't talk to him. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to them boys that sat on the benches, boy. I was in the game on 4 inches. Go put me in the game on 4 inches. Put me in the game on 4 inches. Go put me in the game on 4 inches. And I'ma lead them boys at the line of scrimmage.
All right, y'all, man. Welcome back to Fourth and Inches. It's your boy Nick here with my boy Dreek. What's happening with you?
Yes, sir, man. Just chilling, man.
All right, man. This week, we got a few ranked games, as you will. Some top 25 matchups, man. We gonna start
Uh-huh.
with let's start with the West Coast, man. Let's go number 18 UCLA on the road at number 15 Oregon State. Who you got, man?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't really watched too much of Oregon State, but I did watch USC when they played against Colorado. And if Oregon State got a decent offense, they might can beat them boys because USC really ain't got no defense.
Not USC, UCLA. My bad.
Oh, UCLA. Oh,
Hey, I
yeah.
could have said the wrong name. My bad, man.
Oh, yeah. You said USC. Okay, so with UCLA, I don't know. I think that'll be a good one. I'll probably go with the home team. Who home? Oregon State.
Yeah, Oregon State at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get at the Oregon State at home. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really watched too much of neither one of them, but just based off of what I do know about them, I get that edge to Oregon State.
So I ain't really watched the whole UCLA game. I done seen Oregon State play a few different times. Well, like not whole games though, but I done actually watched them live on TV. But with
Yeah,
UCLA, I only seen highlights. And that boy Dante Moore, the freshman quarterback at UCLA, he the truth. Like he really is. But he a freshman. You know what I mean? Like he a
yeah.
freshman. And Oregon State got DJ.
You lady,
Yeah, I'm gonna miss his name if I try to say it, man. DJU, man. DJU.
DJ Ukulele.
But listen, I like Oregon State, man. Oregon State got a decent team. They balance. They got a good running game, good passing game. UCLA got a surprisingly good defense this year, though. So you got a good defense for the freshman quarterback. He got a lot of potential, but he a freshman, so it's gonna be hard for me to pick him. A
Yeah,
big road game, conference play. Yeah, give me the home team too. All right, moving on, man. We're gonna stay with a West Coast team, but they coming east a little bit, man. Number 10 USC at number 21 Notre Dame. Uh, but Notre Dame gonna have a hard month. Yeah, Notre
yeah.
Dame Notre Dame done lost Ohio State in the last second. The next week they beat Duke on the last second. The next week they lost on the road at Louisville. Now you got USC coming to town. Man, that's a tough month. That's a tough month, man.
Let me ask. Wait. USC the away team, right?
Right.
Okay, give me Notre Dame in the upset.
That's crazy. Cause that's my upset pick here too.
Yeah, give me Notre Dame in the upset for the simple fact, like I just said earlier, USC ain't really got no defense, and if 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 Notre Dame can play them with the intensity that they played Ohio State, I feel like they got a decent enough offense to put up points on that USC defense.
Yeah, man, I totally agree with that. And the crazy thing is, man, a lot of people felt like Louisville was gonna be able to get Notre Dame last week, but it wasn't because Louisville has a better team. It was more so it's hard to just get up emotionally like that every week. And
Yeah,
coming off the last minute win at Duke, you got USC coming the next week. Like it's easy to overlook a road game at Louisville. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I love for Notre Dame to get back on track this week and get them a win, get them an upset win over USC. And believe it or not, man, Notre Dame might have the best two corners in the country, bro. Like as far as a combination.
Yeah.
And if anybody got any doubts, go watch the Ohio State game, man. Watch when Marvin Harrison got shut down and the Mecca Ibuka got shut down. Like, it's the reason for that.
So you think they got the best corners, or you think the corners they do got just played their best game?
Either one could be possible.
You know what you up against. You know what you up against. Make you look bad. You know you trying to make yourself look good. It's a big game. Y'all playing Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? You trying to showcase what you can do. So you locked in. You know what I'm saying? You might go in that game and ball out, but then the next week against lesser competition, you might not even look as good against lesser competition.
You have a valid point. And guess what? Saturday, they get to prove it. Because you know how USC coming. They got Caleb Williams. They're going to edit thing out. So
Yeah.
you got Jerry Rice's son out there. You got the freshman. Dang, his name just slipped my mind. Like USC they got some receivers too. So we're gonna get to see, man. What was it? Was it just a good week, or are they really cut like that? We'll find out Saturday.
Yep, pretty much.
Moving on, man. Number 25, Miami. On the road at number 12, North Carolina. So my question about Miami is, man, after losing the game the way you lost that game, because you just literally fumbled the dub, you know what I'm saying? You just fumbled the bag at the end of the game.
Right.
Do you believe that they can recover mentally and emotionally and be locked in for this road game at Chapel Hill facing the Tar Heels?
To be honest, man, I mean, I feel like they can do it, but do I think they will? No. The Tar Heels, if I am mistaken, they undefeated right now. They
Yep,
5-0, I think.
yep,
So
they're undefeated.
I feel like they finna play hard because Miami coming in, yeah, they just lost, but they still a ranked team. You know what I'm saying? Then they still a big brand team, Miami. So I feel like they gonna take this as an opportunity to prove that they belong at the top with the rest of them. I feel like they North Carolina gonna feel like they got more to lose than Miami.
They do. They absolutely have more to lose than Miami. I like Miami in the upset though. I like Miami in
You
the
like
upset, man.
Miami in the upset?
And the only reason I like Miami in
Okay,
the
we're gonna
upset,
pull it off, my boy.
I don't know if they will or not, but the reason I'm picking Miami though is Miami probably got the best safeties in college football as far as the combination. And
Georgia Tech ain't care nothing about them safety.
that's what I'm finna get to though. When you have great safeties, it allows you to do a lot of stuff on your defense, like play man coverage, press man coverage. It allows you to bring a lot of pressure. You know, like I know, if Drake May don't have time to throw, North Carolina offense ain't doing a whole lot. So if they able to
Yeah.
get pressure, and I feel like they can get pressure, they gonna cause North Carolina some problems. So, and Tyler Van Dyke is a good quarterback for Miami. You know what I mean? They got the same thing though. They could bring pressure too. So you asking me? I mean, I look at it like this. It come down to who offensive line do I believe is gonna hold up better. I'm gonna go with the offensive line coach. That's the head coach of the team, Mario Cristobal.
So you like Miami in the upset?
I
I
like
mean, I ain't
Miami in the
saying
upset.
I think North Carolina just gonna walk the dogs on them, but I don't think they're gonna lose to them either.
I think it's gonna be a close game either way. Like even the North Carolina win, I think it'll be close.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a good one.
You know, but I don't know. Man, I'm leaning toward Miami. I don't know. Hey man, you know it'd be funny if North Carolina come out there and spank them babies.
Yeah, I mean they at home, so that won't be a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Now,
It'd be a
Miami,
surprise.
North,
Not them winning won't be a surprise. Surprise when I'm saying like they win by like 20. You know, they just straight blow them out.
now if they blow them out, I don't know because it's Miami. You know what I'm saying? I really want to be surprised.
That'd be the only thing though, cause I don't know. Miami done got
The
to the point
name,
where
the name right now, the name bigger than the team, man. I'm surprised they even still ranked, but
I'm not
uh,
though. That's their only loss. And
what's
you lost.
the Georgia Tech?
Yeah, and you lost a game that you had won. Like you had the game won.
They definitely had the game won now.
But hey, it is what it is. That's why you play the game.
Yeah, any given Saturday.
All right, now before we get to the main event of the weekend, we're gonna check in with our squad. We got Arkansas at number 11, Alabama. Do anybody think Arkansas got a chance for real?
I mean,
No.
any given Saturday, you know what I'm saying? Nobody thought Georgia Tech had a chance. So,
Man, they could start you at quarterback Saturday and they still gonna roll.
oh yeah, nah, they start me. We guarantee I'm gonna hang 49-50 on them.
It'd be better than putting Tyler Buckner in there.
That man ain't gonna see the field no more. Barring injury, he ain't gonna see the field no more this season.
Hey man, y'all need to
But
put the freshman. Y'all need to start playing the freshman, man. Go on, get the freshman ready for next year.
I mean, we pull away enough from Arkansas, then we probably will. Probably will. I don't see Arkansas as a threat, but at the same time, every time I ain't gonna say every time, but in most recent years that we played them, it always start out close. We don't really never pull away from them to the second half.
True. I mean, Arkansas is a decent team, but they're a team where it's like KJ Jefferson got to do so much, and it's hard to win like that.
Yeah, and
You
then
had
you
to
got that running back,
Rocky Sanders.
Yeah, Rocket Sanders.
He good, but
He good, but the
again,
thing is, I'm so confident in our defense. I know we're gonna shut the run game down. KJ gonna have to try to do everything with his legs and slinging the ball around. But we got the safeties in the corners to keep too much from going on there too. So I'm feeling good. I'm more interested in seeing what if our quarterback, if Miro can continue with a game that he had like last week, throwing the ball around. I ain't even so much worried about our running game right now. I just want him to get better with these short intermediate passes and see where he go from there. Now we can get our offense clicking good, then I don't know. We're gonna be tough to lose. I don't see us losing another game if we can get our offense clicking like our defense clicking.
I feel you
Cause
on that.
our defense is clicking. I ain't gonna lie. Them boys looking good.
Okay, so I got a question about your defense.
What's up?
In your opinion, do you think this is the best defense y'all have had since Kirby Smart left?
I think this is the best defense we had since 2000. Since 2017. 17 was our last good defense to me, cause that's back when we had Eddie Jackson, Minkah Fitzpatrick, boys like that, man.
That
That
Kirby
was back in
defense.
17.
That's that Kirby defense that Jerry Pruitt got to coach.
Yeah, well, them boys, we're going to the house. Them boys, that defense there, that was the best we had. I'm talking about that's the defense that was putting up more points on defense than a lot of teams who was playing offenses. We had like 15 non-offensive touchdowns that year, 15 or 16 non-offensive touchdowns. That's more non-offensive touchdowns than some teams' whole offense of the season.
Yeah, that's wild though. That's wild. That's a wild stat.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like this is our best defense since then.
I'm gonna have to look up what y'all average giving up per game though, like points per game.
Back then?
No, right now.
Oh, right now? I think we averaging like 13, 14.
Okay, so y'all right in the same boat with Georgia defense.
Yeah, I think now.
Now, Pete.
But I'm gonna say this: our defense now is much more improved than it was week 2 when we played Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like we were still trying to mesh together back then. I feel like if we played Texas this weekend, I feel like we'll beat them.
I don't.
I feel like we'll beat them. Same
don't.
thing Oklahoma just did to them.
I don't. But you know what though? I'm finna say I ain't think Oklahoma gonna beat them either. So
yeah.
But
and like I say, I feel like our defense is better now than it was when we played them. That's why
I feel like y'all defense can still get exposed right now against Texas the same way they got exposed then because the matchup is just not in your favor. But that ain't even a slight. That's not a slight to Alabama. That's just how good Texas receivers are. And they
I won't say the matchup ain't in our favor because when we played them, everybody was playing individual ball. Now we playing as a unit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, one thing about it, and two things for sure. When you playing coverage in that secondary, you got to play individual ball. You can't double team everybody. So somebody gonna have to win some one-on-one matchups, and that's not in your favor. Period.
I
It's
think it
not.
is.
It ain't.
We'll never know, but I'm just saying.
Kool-Aid McKinstry on AD Mitchell is a loss for you. That's not in your favor. You don't want that. You don't want it.
If you go back and watch the game, AD wasn't killing Kool-Aid that game. The
AD
game was
really
won
wasn't even
really. The
getting out.
game was won really in the trenches because they defensive line was able to harass our offensive line. That's what the game got down. It wasn't because they were just running up the score on us now.
Nah, it ain't that they just ran up the scope. What I'm saying is the reason that they win is because they was able to scope. And they advantage for them scoring is they receivers on your corner.
If we being technical, whoever scored the most points gonna win the game every time.
That ain't even what I meant by scoring. I
But
meant to the point of
what
Alabama's
I'm saying
defense is y'all strong point. So if a team can score 20 or more points on y'all defense, y'all in trouble. Because like I know, y'all offense had a good game, but they ain't been doing that all year.
Heck no. We had a terrible game against them.
I was talking about Saturday, they had a good game this Saturday. They just passed.
This past Saturday?
Yeah, like your offense ain't had a game like that the whole season. Against nobody that count. I mean, they did that against Middle Tennessee, I think. Whoever
Did
that
that against
was.
Ole Miss.
Exactly. Nobody that count. Like I said.
Yeah, against Ole Miss. But I mean, like I was saying, I feel like that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? That's just me watching my team progress week after week. I feel like if we play them, we'll beat them. You may feel like it'll still be the same result, and that's cool. That's your opinion.
I don't know. I don't know because
that's just like I can make the argument that had Auburn managed the game better, they would have beat y'all when y'all played them.
They couldn't have. They tried, but this
it was stupid. It was stupid on their coach to go for it twice on fourth down instead of taking the free 3 point. I ain't even gonna say free, but instead of taking the 3 points both times would have put y'all up by 1 point when they had the ball on that last drive. And instead of them having to try to drive the ball down to score, all they would have needed to do was get in field goal range, and they could have won the game. But that's neither here nor there. It didn't happen. So
but I mean,
no sense
if they keep them 2 field goals, they change the entire game. So it ain't gonna be a 1 point game at that point, no way. But
how you figure to change the game besides a momentum swing for them because they just got 3 points?
You want my honest opinion?
It's better than them walking away with no points. That get y'all back in momentum because y'all defense made a critical stop.
Do you want my honest opinion though?
What's your honest opinion?
If they get points, it forces Kirby Smart to not play extra conservative, and he got to score points. So they got to go down to score points. By them not getting the field goals, he's not pressed to say, "Hey, yeah, we need to go score points." He gonna play.
The first field goal was at halftime when y'all still would have been winning. Even if they would have got the field goal, y'all still would have been up by like 4 points. So why not take the points? You know what I'm saying? Going to the halftime. Actually, I take that back. They would have been up 13-10.
Right.
So why not going to halftime with a 3-point lead versus trying to go for it on fourth down, and then they stop you on a critical down, and now they ain't getting the momentum back. That was just stupid coaching.
No, I'm not saying that you're not right about them kicking the field goals. What I'm saying is,
I get what you're saying. That would have forced Kirby to take his foot off of the brakes and put it back on the gas to make y'all going to do whatever y'all got to do.
Exactly. Because I noticed against certain, well, I ain't going to say against certain teams, but like in certain games, you could see the team just kind of, I don't want to say they shut it down, but like they ain't trying to just go all out either. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and I mean that from the play calling to the way they be playing on the field. And I ain't trying to act like, oh, they ain't really trying to win. Like, no, you trying to win, but instead of us going to, okay, I know I got this play that's going to score, I ain't going to run that right now. I'm going to work on something else right now. Or I know that when they go into this set, I can run this defense and shut that down. But you know what? What if we in a game where they come to this and we ain't in this particular set for whatever reason? How y'all going to respond to that? Like, it almost like practice sometimes. And that's going to sound real disrespectful, but...
And y'all got Vandy this weekend?
Practice again. Practice.
Yeah, y'all probably be out there sleepwalking.
I'm gonna need them not to do that though. But that's the thing. As much as we complain about Georgia defense not being the same,
It
and
ain't though. It really ain't now.
but they average giving up like 13 points a game.
Cause
Last year I think it was like 15.
Auburn was able to run the ball effectively. Kentucky was able to move the ball too, but they kept getting dumb penalties. They had so many penalties. I turned the game because they was making me mad. They ain't even my team.
I understand what you're saying, but if you go back and look at the stats, not really. Like they had like 50-yard rushing for the game.
I mean,
They,
yeah,
they had
whenever
like
they
a
taking the yards back because of penalties,
then they
they
had
ain't gonna
like
keep yards.
they had
I'm just saying, from
less
when I
than
started
200
watching
yards
the game, I
passing.
started watching the game from kickoff. When on their first drive, they was moving the ball
Yep,
and they were getting penalties, and then they punt the ball, and that's just giving y'all the momentum. But
100%.
had they played a clean game, then I ain't saying they would have beat y'all. Now that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is they was able to move the ball. They probably would have scored more than 13 points if they wouldn't have been killing and shooting themselves in the foot.
At the same time, a lot of them penalties is how they was able to get yards. Like they had like 3 or 4 holding calls that if you don't hold, it's gonna be a negative play. Like one was on a sack, two of them was on run plays that if you don't hold the end of the D tackle, it's finna be a negative play. And then one was just stupid. Like the late hit, that was just stupid. Like ain't no excuse for that one. The play was over with and everything.
Yeah,
Like that, I
but
agree 100%. That was just stupid.
yeah, then South Carolina hung 14 on last year. Georgia defense, and the year before that would have never let South Carolina score twice. Uh,
Last year
uh
defense gave up an average of like right at 15 points a game for the season. Right now
really,
they averaging 13.
mm, that's interesting. But
You get
then
what I'm
again,
saying?
that's about like I was saying earlier with the averages. If you look at the averages, it's gonna have you expecting one thing.
hmm Like you would never expect that Missouri would score 20 plus points. You would never expect that Kent State scored 20 plus points. You would never expect that that same defense gave up 40 something to Ohio State. Like you would just never expect that.
I would expect that with Ohio State because again, the same defense is just like the year before. Y'all defenses really was like a bunch of creating pressure on offenses and stopping the run. But if a offense y'all play a team they got a good enough offensive line to get that quarterback time, they can pick that defense apart. Same way
That
LSU did,
that's any defense.
same way Alabama did, same way goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
That's any
But y'all
defense though.
y'all y'all defense, y'all create a lot of pressure and force a bunch of bad throws and incomplete passes and turnovers and stuff.
I mean, that's how defenses play, my guy.
Yeah, it is. But what I'm saying is if y'all play the team with a good enough offensive line, they can
Yeah.
pick the defense apart.
What I'm saying is though,
But
you can
like you
do
said,
that
that's
with
any
every
defense.
defense.
Even us, if we played a team that the quarterback had time, even if you got a shutdown corner, he only gonna hold that receiver for so long. At some point, that receiver gonna pop open,
Fact.
and you got to have the quarterback to hit him.
Like,
But
bro,
I don't care who you is. I don't know. I ain't watched nan cornerback just straight up shut a receiver down the entire game to the point that he was smothered. He couldn't even get the ball thrown his way because he was smothered.
I have.
I hadn't. Me
I
personally,
have.
I hadn't
Man,
seen nan.
okay,
Who,
I'm gonna tell you who, right? I'm gonna give you a few names. This was in the NFL though, wasn't college.
oh, see, you
Champ,
talking about
Champ
the
Bailey.
NFL.
But think about it, Champ Bailey used to do that. Dion did it to a certain extent. Darrell Reeves used to do it to a certain extent. Nandi Asamoah had people scared to throw the ball to him when he was in Oakland, bro. Like just
Okay,
terrified.
that's the NFL though. We talking about college. We talking about college athletes where you
Champ
got
was like that in college, but like
true freshmen and sophomores trying to line up against juniors and senior receivers who balling out, like Marvin Harrison type
the
receivers.
closest thing to that was what recently is in the game when Georgia played Ohio State. Marvin Harrison had that big first quarter. Then they put Keely Ringo on him, man to man. Like he traveled with him the rest of the game. The man had one catch the rest of the game, and that was on a broken play.
Yeah, I mean it happens.
But so like when I tell people that, because Georgia fans, oh, Keely Ringo is getting exposed. He be getting beat. He like, no, not really, not really.
Nah, Keely Ringo did get exposed when y'all played Missouri because that receiver was killing him.
What receiver?
I mean, I don't know the receiver name. It's Missouri we talking about. But last year when y'all went to Missouri to play them,
They played a lot of
they
zone against Missouri. Though. They weren't playing much man.
that one receiver, whichever one on they kept lining up on the right side, he was eating on y'all.
You probably talking about Dominique Levitt. That's the same one that's at Georgia now.
Yeah, probably wasn't their best receiver.
Yeah, that was him, Dominique Levitt. But
Okay,
see,
yeah,
he's
well
more of a
against
slot
it.
receiver though. He ain't even. I ain't gonna say he ain't, but his whole thing is get in open space and get the ball, and then make a play after that. Like that's
Yeah,
that's what he
smart.
that's what he does. That's why I say Georgia was playing a lot of zone against Missouri, which I didn't understand at the time. I didn't understand it.
Yeah. But man, we don't spend a lot of time talking about that, man. We got to get on to the next few games.
You're right, man. We got one more game, man. The biggest game of the weekend. Number 8, Oregon on the road. Number 7, Washington. You got basically two of the top 3 quarterbacks in the Pac-12, in my personal opinion. Bo Nix against Michael Penix Jr. could have some Heisman implications. It could have Pac-12 championship implications. It could have college football playoff implications on this game, man. It's a big game. You know.
Yeah.
Who you got, man?
I don't know, man. I've been thinking about that game, man. I actually ready to watch it. I want to watch that game. I feel like it's gonna be a shootout either way. But I don't know, man. It's in the air for me, man. I can't even say who I think gonna win because I really don't know. Whatever team defenses can make the most stops, I guess, because I feel like it's gonna be a shootout.
I
You got
definitely
that.
feel like
You got Oregon with their high-powered offense with Bo Nix. They put up a lot of points, but you also got Washington coming in leading the nation. They lead the FBS and yards per game at 500 something yards per game. So I feel like it's gonna be a shootout.
hey, man, I
I ain't
definitely feel
really
like it's gonna
watched
be a shootout,
Washington
bro.
defense, huh?
I said I definitely feel like it's gonna be a shootout. But give me Oregon, because they actually got a defense. And
Yeah,
Washington,
that was my next point I was gonna make. I hadn't watched not the first Washington game, so yeah, they leading the nation with 500 something yards a game, but what their defense look like, okay? Like you putting up all these points, but your defense might not be stopping nobody either. You just outscoring everybody.
which is pretty much how they do. I ain't gonna say their defense is as bad as USC defense, maybe. But at the same time, I ain't seen them play nobody with a good offense yet either. So to me, Saturday gonna tell us a lot about both teams really, because it's Oregon first game against a real high powered offense with a defense, and it's like, okay, I think your defense is pretty good, but are you really good though? Let's find out. And then with Washington, like you say, man, they been putting up video game numbers, 500 some yards, 40 plus points, 40 plus points, and I think 4 out of they 5 or 6 games, something like that. I read. So we're gonna get to see, man, is who is real and who out here pretending. You know what I'm saying? The contenders and the
Yeah,
pretenders. But yeah, man, I'm
fact.
taking Bo Nix, man. I'm taking the old man, Bo Nix and Dan Lanning, man. The boys from the South, even though they're way out there in
And,
Oregon.
and I mean, I don't feel like you can go wrong with either pick, but for me, I don't know. That's
Yeah,
I can't even. If I had to pick one, I'm gonna take Washington because they home.
I feel you on that. I'm really being biased because it can go either way. But I'm being biased, man. I want Oregon to win, so I'm gonna pick them.
I'm gonna take Washington because they home. That's the only reason. Other than that, it's really up in the air for me.
I feel you on that, man. But anyway, we don't, like you said, man, we don't talk long enough about this here. Anything else you want to leave with the people with, man?
Yeah, Roll Tide. And
All
y'all
right,
Roll
man.
Tide.
Y'all
And-
be
and-
easy, man.
All right, man.
Go Dogs.
I don't talk to him. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to them boys that sat on the benches, boy. I was in the game on 4th and inches. Coach put me in the game on 4th and inches. Put me in the game on 4th and inches. Coach put me in the game on 4th and inches. And